Today's lesson is topic 1.3, multiplication properties. The objective for today is that you will use multiplication properties to simplify computation or simplify how you solve problems. Be sure you include this title in your notes. In your notes, you should have glued down a page of the different properties of multiplication. If you did not glue that in, you will need to write down everything from this slide. These are important properties of multiplication that we will refer to. The commutative property of multiplication says that two numbers can be multiplied in any order. It does not affect the answer. So 4 times 3 is the exact same answer as if you did 3 times 4. So the order of the factors does not matter. The zero property of multiplication says that the product of any number and 0 will always be 0, meaning that whatever number you multiply times 0, it will always give you an answer of 0. An example is 12 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 would be 0. The identity property of multiplication says that the product of any number and 1 is that number. So any number you multiply times 1 will always end up being itself in the end. So 8 times 1 is 8. 10 times 1 is 10. 12 times 1 is 12. 242 times 1 would be 242. In your notes, I would like for you to complete this. You do not need to write down the entire problem, but go ahead and write down the information that you need in order to solve this one. The problem says, find 2 ways to arrange 10 desks in equal rows, and then write number sentences for each arrangement and describe how these number sentences are similar. So in your notes, I do want you to actually come up with 2 ways to arrange the 10 desks. So the 10 desks would be my answer. So sometimes I like to go ahead and think to myself, what are the multiplication problems that would equal 10? Well, I know that my 2's, I've got 2 times 5, which would equal 10. I also have 5 times 2, which would equal 10. Well, it wants me to write a number sentence. It just did that. I've got 2 of them. But I also need to draw 2 ways. Okay, well, 5 times 2, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that would be my example for this one. Well, now I'm going to do my next one. Got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, and I'm going to do my last one up here. So I have 5 rows of 2. So for that one, I've got my next example. I've got 2 ways, and I have the number sentences that go with them. These are similar because they both show a total of 10 desks. Both of them use the factors of 5 and 2. They're just arranged a little differently. In your notes, I would like for you to complete question number 1 and 2, which you are to find the product of those. There are different properties that help us to solve these ones because the properties are kind of like rules. They're kind of general rules that apply to those types of problems. Okay, looking at numbers 5 and 6, it does say to copy and complete, meaning I want you to actually copy down what the problems say right here. 4 times 7 equals 7 times blank, and 6 times 10 would equal blank times 6. Be sure to have those answers completed in your notes.